Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex here with Jordan, and this is your weekly fishing report. A lot of exciting news for this week, guys. We just had some really good news coming in from, your rock fishing out here in the bay, mainly middle to lower section of the bay. The bite's been pretty decent, and then we had the first few big fish caught of this season in the middle bay section. Just in time for this time of the year, just as scheduled as last year. We'll say the numbers are not quite like last year where there was a full swing of, massive wave of big fish that showed up at once. But we do have a few that were caught this past few days. Anywhere from Chesapeake Beach all the way down to Solomon's, anywhere in between. It was pretty good. As long as you had moving tide, there was pots of peanut bunker, anywhere from like 5 to 7 inch bunker moving around. And there was fish on most of them. Now, some pots had bigger fish than others. The thing is that there was plenty of fish out there, and anywhere from 20 to 30 inches was your main range, and a couple of 40s for some of the guys. They got lucky on them. Now, most people out there were jigging, and this is the time of year to get some little bit heavier, bigger profile baits, like that 7-inch profile or 8-inch profile with a 1.5 ounce jig. And the key is to get it down to the bottom. Get it down to the bottom, work it on the way up on the column, and if the fish are also spinning, throw some flutter spoons. Trolling is also one thing to try, and tandems are the easiest thing to run right now. Pinch down the barbs, check your regulations, but trolling is going to be one of those things to do right now. And the other thing is, not just rockfish, but anywhere in the upper bay here, if you want to get out and catch some of those resident striped bass and some perch, our stink silver rigs here are bait bombs. They come with a little 1 ounce to 1.5 ounce metal with a feather as a stinger on the top. Will be great to catching those deep water white perch around the Bay Bridge pilings or anywhere in the rivers where you can scan and find those fish. Now, creek fishing, what's going on?
So right now, pickerel bite is hot. So right now in the deeper transition areas, whether that's being longer points, secluded in the main creeks, or if you're talking about docks that are in more of the deeper water, you can find some really good sized pickerel both in the Severn and the Magothy. Mainly towards the lower end, I've been having my best luck just
casting lures to the structure, yeah. And what you got here?
So I got some jerk baits here. This is just X-Wrap. It's great this time of year. We got it in a bunch of different colors. We got natural colors, or I really like this here. What is it, the clown color?
Clown, yep.
Clown. That thing works real well. And then anywhere from a 3 to 4 inch paddle tail on a quarter, you can go a little heavier if you wanted. But I have better luck on the smaller profiles this time of year.
And also remember, you're going to be catching some perch mixed in there, mainly yellow perch. But don't be surprised if Magothy, for some reason, you will still be catching some white perch in shallow this time of year. I don't know why. That's one of those rivers where they attempt to stay in shallow in certain areas. And remember, bait fishing is also great. Live minnows. If you don't want to sit around and cast lures all over the place, pick an area, throw a couple minnows under a bobber, and also some grass shrimp or worms for some of those perch. But even the yellow perch love those minnows. So make sure you take some minnows with you when you go out there. Give yourself some options. Now, we're coming up to Christmas here in this upcoming week, guys, and the weather's looking great for most of the week. Nice, flat, calm days. And guess what? This is going to be the time frame with that fishing last year went off for those big migratory fish. Christmas Day was one of those days where a lot of people were out there sea duck hunting, and they just got into some of those giant fish rolling on the surface. So we're hoping that, we get that again for this upcoming next week here, and we get plenty of those fish for everybody. Make sure you get ready, rigged up. Plenty of heavy jig heads, plenty of bigger plastics, and make sure you have the ride rod for those fish. If you don't have any of those and you got questions, make sure to stop by and we can set you up. We got plenty of stuff for you guys this year, so we won't be running out of anything. Other than that, guys, that's it for your weekly fish report, and Merry Christmas.